want his shirts ever heard of, here is your first host of the season, Bing Crosby!
Hi guys, OldRadioAl here. Boy, did I get a nice surprise in the mail today. This guy, who you've probably heard a little bit about in recent days, Greg Van Beek, American co-editor of Bing Magazine, International Club Crosby publication, sent me a package containing a few items. Greg, as you have recently heard, is the host of Nostalgia Radio Time on 1420 The Breeze. He's going to be interviewing our friend John on January 18th. Make sure you tune in. It's 10 p.m. Central Time. That's January 18th. Anyway, Greg and I have been exchanging some information back and forth for a while now, and he knows that I'm a Bing fan, as well as you know he's obviously a big Bing fan, and in collecting the 45 collection of collector's classics that I recently showed you. Doing that, I came up with a couple of extras, 2 extra volumes, because they were offered as a 2-package set on eBay. So I sent those to Greg. I figured, he'd like them. He has all of them on 10-inch 33 1/3, but he didn't have the 45 collection, so I figured I'd send them to him, because he's got, as you saw on his last video, a massive Bing collection. And a nice guy that he is, in return, he sent me, along with a very nice letter, all of this stuff, this DVD that's all Bing performances at the Hollywood Bowl. Not Hollywood Bowl, Hollywood Palace, the old Hollywood Palace TV show. He sent me a CD, Bing on Radio, that's full of performances, radio performances between 1938 and 1952, I believe Greg said. And then he sent me another CD that were Bing's last recordings from September to October of 1977. That includes his last album and his last live appearances, including his very last performance on October 11th, 1977. Very nice. I think that's really nice of Greg. As I said, make sure you tune into his program, and you need to check out his last video. That's GAVINWB1, I believe I'm spelling it correctly. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. You need to check out his collection of not only Bing Crosby memorabilia and others, but his radio collection is just awesome. You need to take a look at it. Speaking of John, he just posted his latest Mishmash video, Mishmash 41, where he gave us his final clues. And my conclusion from that, I think the first clue was 1869, and then Wofford College, and then what else? Martin Luther, and then today's clues were Banks and 1961. And from that conclusion, I came up with this guy, Martin Luther Banks Jr. He was born December 3rd, 1869, died November 3rd, 1961, and he graduated from Wofford College. And the location of that is Spartanburg and what is it, South Carolina, I believe. Yeah. So my guess at his big secret for his next radio is that it is a Spartan radio. I don't know what else to come up with, so that's my guess. So I could look like a complete idiot, but that's okay. That's my guess. Let's go back and watch a little bit of Bing.
Roll out, I'll let the prophets talk, while the people shout, strike up the band. Hear the cymbals ring, calling one and all, to the martial swing, strike up the band. Hear that beat when the drummer is near, it's the right way to start off the year. Now's the time when we all give a cheer, lend a hand. All in line, yea, bo, come along, let's go. Hey, leaders, strike up the band. It always makes me happy when I'm wearing a serape and a rumba. I know just what I'm doing when I find them tea for two and in a number. But with a marching beat, I feel it in my feet. I know those brass are in a special class. Let the trombone slide, let the big bass boom, let the licorice ride, stack up the band, then erase the blues, let the rhythm soar, and you line in twos, stack up the band. Hear that beat played from midnight till morn, cheer the day that the rhythm was born. When the South met the man with the horn, I was glad. Join the marching crowd and sing along out loud. Hey, leader, ooh, leader. Hey, leader, strike up the band.
Alright, well, I know what I'm going to be doing tonight. That's about all I've got, guys. I'm going to tack on a little bit of video here at the end. Something that I was going to include in the last vintage mashup video, but it would have made the video like 40 minutes long, and I didn't want to do that, so I'm going to include that here for what it's worth. And I did want to let you guys know also that I am working on the Arvin 61M tombstone. Hope to have that up and running and get a video up of it sometime in the next week. We'll see how it goes. Other than that, I'll see you guys later, and as always, more radios on the way.
Do you guys ever look at your analytics in your video manager? I don't very often, but once in a while I look. I just, you kind of have to take things with a grain of salt, I think, in here. A lot of it I don't really put much into because I don't really care. Looks like my performance is down. Oh boy. As long as it's only videos, I don't really care. number of minutes down, subscribers numbers down. Oh, my dislikes are up. I got one. Comments, shares, favorites added, favorites removed. This one kind of, this is what I really decided to show you guys. Favorites removed, 1,033. I had 1,033 favorites removed. So we'll look at that a little bit more in detail. Let's see. First of all, let's look at likes and dislikes. And it gives you a breakdown. There's my dislike, and it was on the Spartan model 66XM, and my guess is the dislike is because it has 666 in the model number. Well, I didn't put it there. Let's look at something else here. Comments. Comments are misleading to me. You know, I don't get that many comments. You know, most people aren't going to comment. What's misleading to me in the comment section is, you know, like here we go, to my comrades, Happy New Year. 30 comments. Well, of those 30 comments, half of them are me commenting back. So, you know, you could comment your little head off and have all kinds of comments in your not demographics, or analytics. Favorites, this is the one that's funny to me. You go along your baseline and not many favorites. You know, who's gonna, because you know who watches these videos over and over again. And they're on 12.7. You got one favorite. That's no doubt the Pearl Harbor video. Well, what did I do to piss somebody off on 12.10? Look at that. 1,033 favorites removed. I have no idea what that's about. But you go through and look, and it's all, you know, from the numbers it's obvious. 74, 74, 74, 74, 74. 51, 51, 51. 39, 39, 39, 39, 38, 31, 31, 31. That's obvious that it's I don't even know what to think about it. Here's a couple more things that I thought were funny. In your view section, it does give you a breakdown. Kind of interesting. The percentages. But the estimated minutes watched, I think the average view duration and all that, I think that's kind of interesting. Let me show you why. I think it's under audience retention. If this is an accurate number, your average percentage viewed, average view duration, all that. If you look at these numbers, you know, average percentage viewed, 48%, 32%, 61%, 39%, 30%. Would lead one to believe that either I'm very boring or the attention span of people is very low. And then if you break it down a little bit more, Vintage Mashup has a 61% percentage view, whereas Remember Pearl Harbor has a 32%. So that would kind of lead you to believe that it's, Vintage Mashup is a bunch of different little things together. So that would lead you to believe that, yeah, it's the attention span thing. Here's the low one, is Victory Parade of Spotlight Bands. I guess people don't like listening to long programs. 69%, yet another radio. Again, to my comrades, Happy New Year, 65%. Well, that leads me to believe that you like listen to me talk, but not, that's just funny. And here's the one that I really like, is the demographics. Male 92%, female 8.2%, and that's way up. My female viewership is really picking up, guys. I'm really happy about that. Look at that. That's a nice piece of the pie there. But here's the point I wanted to make about that, of my female viewership, United States. If you point at it a little bit, female 6.7%, whereas in the United Kingdom, female 27%. So my conclusion from all this is people have short attention spans. Something happened on 12/10 that really made people, made someone, or a lot of people, dislike me. Really removed my favorites. And of course, at 27%, I've got to visit the UK.